You could be alone on your own couch.
Come here.
Or you could get in the center there. Sometimes people love to like just take a little nap alone, but I
Maybe
feel
later.
In front
like
of an audience?
the isolation. It's the
America, man.
isolation.
We
one.
Okay.
You can tell that you're all friends. You all sat on the
I
same
hate
couch.
them.
Yeah,
That's fair.
we hate each other.
That's fair. And you know what? Valid. That's all right. Well, welcome to Richmond. Is it y'all's
thanks for
first
having
time?
us.
My
in
first time,
Richmond?
yeah. Yours?
Yeah.
Welcome, welcome. Have you been able, with the conventions, I feel like you see your table, you see the audience, and you don't see the city. Have you been able to go out and enjoy Richmond at all?
Yeah, I like taking photos of things. So I've already walked around like a bunch of blocks and taken pictures. And Broadway's kind of scary.
Oh.
The street.
Is that like a famous street over here?
It's like the main one that goes down here, and it's just like a lot of graffiti.
I took that one too. I'm
Yeah.
a big walker, so the first day that I got into the hotel, I was like, let me just walk that way. And I think it was Broadway. And I was like, oh shit, I'm probably going to get mugged.
Yeah,
And
that's
then-
how I felt. Understand, like as South Africans, that's like a very normal thing.
We're just like, oh, and then people would
I
just look
feel
at me
it
and I'd be
all.
like, you know, they're all pretty friendly. And then I walk the other way, which is, I don't know which way it is, but that other way. And it was cute. I like Richmond. I like this place.
pretty.
It's cute. There's stuff happening, which is exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great food.
Great food.
Great food.
I went to a place
great
called
people.
Nami yesterday.
Nami.
Yeah.
Very thematic, I
very
would
cute,
say.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Well, thank you. Welcome for being here. So One Piece is obviously a franchise that has been around for a while. It has some die-hard fans.
Does it?
Obviously. Yeah, I know, right?
Really?
Just a 1,000 episode commitment. It's no big
Only?
deal.
Oh,
yeah.
come on.
Yeah. Baby stuff.
Just do that in a week.
My question is, were y'all familiar with the franchise before you auditioned? Or did you get the audition and you were like, who is this cool pirate lady with hearts on her ship? Or
Yeah, I do watch anime, but One Piece was one of the ones that I hadn't watched. And so when I got the audition, my agent had let me know, like kind of under the table. She's like, "It's One Piece," and I specifically didn't want to watch the anime just so I can like follow like my own impulses and stuff.
that's fair. You didn't want the iteration to coincide with your audition.
Yeah.
Or influence it at all.
Yeah, because I think I wanted to just see like where like my impulses would like take me naturally, and just and if it naturally aligned to what the vision was, I think that would have meant that I was the right actor for it, you know. Because
Yeah.
if not, then you want to find the person that is,
True.
you know.
Well, you nailed it, obviously.
Thanks, girl.
Aidan, what about you?
Yeah, I mean, I had a pretty, you know, I'm not an anime guy, and when this came across my desk, I mean, I was pretty much super close to just quitting the business, and it came across, and it was like, it was codenamed, right? It was
Yeah.
Project Panda.
Project Panda, and everything was, so I had no, I know, right? And then only towards the end did I realize the casting director, Bonnie, was like, oh, it's a show called One Piece. And then I watched the first episode to see what the heck my dude was about, and that's all I needed to see to be like, okay, I understand that man with the bob haircut.
Yeah. Luckily, you didn't continue because I feel like his storyline in the anime is a lot shorter than what you've had, correct?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
And there were no butts in the
There were no
anime,
butts.
But in the live action,
Is
they
that
were
what you did on your own?
yeah, they were
You
just
could have
like,
gone and been like, there were no
yeah,
butts.
yeah, exactly.
You're so brave. I would never.
I am so brave for showing my butt.
you do squats, man.
Thank you, I do.
Do
Every
y'all
now and
need
then.
the room or something?
This is
Like-
the first time we've ever
Don't worry,
had this
we'll just take that
conversation on this
couch
stage.
we're what was the question?
Were you?
Oh yeah.
Butts. What were you
I got
familiar
so
with the
distracted,
franchise?
buddy.
I know.
No, I had no idea what the show was about
Fair.
before. I've watched you know, a bunch of other animes, but One Piece wasn't really a big anime in South Africa. And so when I got the audition, I was also at a stage in my life where I didn't really care anymore. I was like, you know, I've been through the ringer, and let's just have fun. And my wife and I kind of made a joke out of the audition, and we put like makeup on my eyes, and yeah, which
Got
I
into
think is what got me the
character.
role, because it made my eyes pop. And the director was like, I can't stop looking at your eyes. And I'm like, it's because it's makeup.
I've got eyeliner on.
But yeah, I had no idea. And then my casting process was very quick. And like a week later, I got the role, and I was like, "What is this?" And they were like, "Oh, it's One Piece." I'm like, "What is this?"
You're saying like that means something.
Yeah, like
to
I'd
me.
heard of it, but I haven't, I didn't know. And they're like, "You're gonna play Dracula Mihawk," and I'm like, "Who is this?" So I
Fancy
Googled
name.
it, and I was like, "No." I just saw, I counted the abs, and I'm like, "That's not, no." So I like
Are you
food
ready
too
to
much.
suffer?
I thought I was Sanji.
Oh, you were so disappointed.
I was like, they were like, the bunny was like, oh, it's a blonde hair character in One Piece. So I Googled blonde hair character One Piece, and it was Sanji. And I'm like, let's go. And then she told me the name, and I Googled it. I'm like, okay, this makes more sense.
Let's go.
That's hilarious.
Well, you were talking about your costume, seeing your costume. One Piece is a show with crazy sets, crazy costumes. How was it the first time doing the makeup and costume test and seeing yourself in the character?
Oh my God, it was
Were you
so
like,
good.
whoa?
I immediately stared at myself for like 27 minutes and a half doing different poses. Yeah, it's just, you just feel like a big kid who gets to play dress up, and then the set is incredible, and they have this huge budget, so a lot of it is spent on things that are practical. And so like the ship that I had filmed on, that shit's incredible. I felt like I was at Disney. Oh my God.
They were from, correct me if I'm wrong, Black Sails donated some ships.
Yeah, I think there were, what, like two ships there before or something,
Yeah.
and then they built more.
Yeah.
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 I
we
mean,
used
what were they
recycled pirate
going to
ships.
do with those ships?
Exactly. Slap a little dog head on it. Now it's in
If I had the space, I'd take
That's
them.
what they did.
Yeah, exactly. Did you have multiple iterations of your costume, or was yours the final? Because we spoke to Jeff Ward, and he said that he had like 10 iterations of his nose.
Wow.
So, or were they like, we know it's right,
There was like a couple of shifts, but nothing like,
big,
yeah.
nice?
Yeah, I just had one. I mean, mine's the purple suit, and they were like, "That's the man. That's keep the
Done.
purple suit. That's it. Nice
Did
and
they
easy."
have multiple iterations of your bob, your sassy bob?
Oh yeah, we did. We had more. Those bobs are expensive. I didn't
Really?
realize how expensive the wigs were. Yeah. That's
Wigging
like-
is no joke.
They took up a
like-
huge portion because it's all real hair, right? That
Yeah.
people either donate or sell, and so the wig was a huge part of mine. But other than that, I think they were happy with everything that was presented to them.
Oh,
Know.
nice.
Yeah, mine was like what I got.
Yeah,
They were
that's
just
fair.
like, "You're wearing this." I'm like, "Okay."
Yeah, I would assume they would be like so many different versions of the beard, right? But because it's just so intricate, it's like Seneca Crane in the Hunger Games.
It's no, there's only one version, but it's all in like separate pieces, so it takes a really long time
Fair.
to put on, and I absolutely despise it. So I don't like sitting still and having
Yeah.
people like pick at my face for hours, and but no, there's only one version of that. I think the contact lenses, there might have been two. But yeah, the only difference I made in the costume was the boots. I made them put a rubber sole on it so that I wouldn't slip.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you're doing like lunges with the sword and
Yeah,
everything. That makes
and
sense.
other stuff.
And other things, yes. Flips, backhands, barrel rolls.
Yeah. Just didn't film those.
Didn't make the cut.
I saw a cut where you drove a car through a flaming hoop. They
Oh,
didn't
yes,
make it.
you
Yeah.
look great in that.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, it was actually a short film. This has gone way off board.
So sorry, that was my bad. Well, you said there's also great sets, and Cape Town is just, I didn't realize how big of a film city that is. You run into other people there, and they're like, I'm here filming this, and I'm here filming that. It is like a film capital of the world, and they have amazing set designers there. Do y'all have a favorite, when you walked in set, and a favorite moment or like a favorite set piece where you were like, wow, this is crazy? Just seeing any of the pieces, your ship, I assume.
mean, my ship. I
Yeah.
mean, it just was incredible. It was like a 3-story. There was, it was just like ropes, and it was all like practical, and people were like swinging from everywhere, and I was like, oh my God, this is amazing.
Yeah.
I got to work in the Bratier. I don't know if you guys did the Bratier stuff with the ship with the restaurant inside. Did you guys see that
I
at all?
have no idea what you're talking
I
about.
They never let me in.
Yeah,
I
I
was only
was
on the
outside.
outside.
Were you not
Are you
there?
talking
No.
about the restaurant?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that was an amazing set because everything was real. Like you could turn on the light switch and the lights would come on, and they filled it with background cast, and it was like a real functioning restaurant with multiple stories, and it was
I was gonna make a joke that like you like turn on the light switch and it comes on. I was like, no, we're the actors. We turn on a switch and there's a lighting guy going click.
And now,
He's flipped the switch. He's flipped the switch.
3, 2, 1, go.
No,
Yeah,
that was really cool. That set was amazing. But for me, it was Buggy's tent.
tent.
That was really cool.
So cool.
Yeah, I just walked into that place and I'm like,
Yeah.
it's amazing.
Yes.
I don't know why I said it like that, but we're here now, so.
Yeah.
Hey.
Well, petition to make the Baratier move it like to Japan and make it into a real restaurant or something.
And they should do that
It'd
with
be
all
so
the like
cool.
your ship. They should do it with my ship. They should do
Yeah.
it with your. Where are you in the show? Just everywhere. Where-
Napping? I don't know.
Your
No idea.
dock.
Oh,
that
your
you
dock.
fought
Yeah.
on.
Yeah. Your dock was so cool.
I don't know what's going on. What is the dock?
The dock that you.
Oh,
yeah,
where I
yeah,
fought
yeah.
the
Zorro
green
on.
head man.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Yeah, they just move. What a boring restaurant. Just be like blood splatter on the floor.
I think it would be great. I'd go. Probably very expensive appetizers, though. Yeah. Well, everyone, by the way, you're more than welcome to go ahead and start lining up at this lovely microphone. I have just a couple more questions, and then I'll turn it to the audience.
It's a lovely microphone.
Oh, it's in the dark, but it is lovely. There it is. Oh, we got a spotlight. There we go. So I know that a few of you are from South Africa, and you filmed in Cape Town, like we said. How?
It's just her. She's South African.
Just her. Just her.
She's the only local over there, really.
Yes, this is my boy.
This is how we kind of talk
This
down
is
there.
how South African white boys speak.
Well, not all of us, bro, but like some of
Some
them,
of
like
us,
most
you know
of
what I
them
mean,
talk
so,
like
yeah.
this. Yeah.
You like it, my boy?
I like it, bro.
Yeah, yes.
Sweet,
it's-
eh?
Yes. It's big time.
Shwaka, bro.
Shaka! Do you have a guy on you?
No, bro. I
What
don't
is
like
being
it.
said right now?
You're not
Sorry.
having. You're not having a stroke.
What's
This is
happening?
South Africans.
This is really nice because I don't do other shows with South Africans often, so it's nice to feel at home.
Well, I was going to ask what was your favorite part about the city, but y'all are from South Africa. Is there, Ilia, what was your favorite part about filming in Cape
The
Town?
food.
Yes, the
yes,
food is so
I had
good.
an ostrich burger. That shit was amazing.
Yeah. I didn't get to have an ostrich burger. I have to go back.
You should get on that, girl.
Okay, I will. I will. Boulder Beach.
Oh yes,
Beautiful.
boulders with the penguins.
With the penguins.
Yeah.
Did
And
you
you
know
eat-
there's
you eat them,
penguins in
don't you?
South Africa?
Penguin?
Yeah, he eats penguins. That's he's known for that.
For breakfast.
For breakfast. Yeah, that's South Africans. That's what we do.
You're making rumors. PETA is
there's
going to
worse
be on
stuff
it.
out there. It's fine.
Okay, well, without further ado, you already have such a lovely line here. I will go ahead and turn it over to Law Trafalgar here. Go ahead and introduce yourself and ask your question.
Hello there, guys. My
Hey.
name is Yadiel. People call me Yadi, but
Hey, Yachty.
hi. there. I just want to know if there were any pieces of like props that you guys kept from any of your sets. I know like Mihawk has that sword. Alvida has a club.
I'm curious to know this question too, because
I'm also curious to know
Yeah.
this question too.
were you able to keep anything?
Did you keep anything?
Oh, I hate you.
Yeah, you got something. You got something. What is it? Spill the beans.
I mean, a lady never spit.
They are still
I'm just
employed by the
very,
franchise.
very resourceful. Let's just say
They
that.
were very strict with keeping stuff. I don't
Yeah.
know.
They were so strict about it.
So I didn't take anything.
I was too afraid. I didn't want to get fired.
Yeah, me neither.
So
I love this question because it's basically like, hey, did you break a rule?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but because
I
also
broke many
lately
rules.
on the Netflix, you know, on their Instagram, on one piece of Instagram, they were doing an interview, and the guy's like, "I'm gonna take this," and I'm like,
You can't do
"You
that.
can't do that. We can't do
You
that."
can't do that.
Yeah, clearly.
You gotta ask for forgiveness, not permission.
Exactly.
But admittedly, I did steal something, but I'm
What
not
you
gonna
got?
say what
Give
it
us
is.
your secret.
No.
It's the little knife. It has to be the little tiny
It's not.
knife.
It's not the knife.
It's the friends
There's
you
only
made along
one.
the way.
There's only one version of that, so it's not that. They'll know that. But no, I'm not gonna say what it is. I did take.
And
it.
I have nothing. I don't have any coins. I have no berry that I took. I've got nothing.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't take any. I know it sucks.
Nami, Emily Rudd, who plays Nami, tried to take a snail phone.
I did
And
too.
they were like, no.
And you know what's worse is there's so many of them. They made so many, and then I remember I was shooting my scene on the beach, and I said to the props assistant, I was like, what would happen if I just dropped it in the sand and we lost it? And he's like, no, I'll give you another one. And he's got his Tupperware of like 8 of them. So I'm like, no, you don't understand what I'm saying. What if I dropped it in the sand and we had to get another one?
I just don't think you understood what he was saying. This is why you're not taking things home. Stupid.
It's true.
And this is
he
why
got me,
Ilia
and they
has an
caught an
item.
eye on me after that. They were like, "We gotta watch this guy. He's gonna try and take it." So
Did you
no.
guys have did you see the snail phone operator at all?
Yeah, France.
So he is a casting director, right?
Yeah.
So he does commercial castings in Cape Town.
Yeah, and
I
he has
love,
for years.
I love this man because and so every time you do a scene where the snail is working, there's this guy underneath for 12 hours a day going like this. Okay, but he's a local casting director,
Yeah.
and I love this story because it means that he just cast himself. He was just
Is
like,
that nepotism?
Yeah.
Or
No,
is
no,
that
but he wasn't involved
selfitism?
in the casting for the show.
sounds like a hustler.
no. So
I like
he
him.
wasn't casting for that
Yeah.
show, but he was just like, I want to, But someone was like, oh, we're looking for a puppeteer that can do the snails, and he's like,
Yeah,
okay.
sure, I'll find someone.
I got
I
some.
know a
Surprise,
guy.
I'm the only one.
My
you
favorite
did a great
thing
job.
about the snail in the sand story is that the prop director had no problem with some random kid finding it in the sand and being like, snail phone.
Yeah.
But you cannot have
No,
one.
no.
So rude.
None of that.
That's so rude. Well, when the show wraps up and your contracts are finalized, I can't wait to hear what you've actually stolen way down the line.
When the show wraps
Call
up, we're
me,
going to be
girl.
in wheelchairs at that point.
Well, that's fair. Thank you so much for your question.
Sorry for the really long answer.
Damn, I was like,
Hi
So
there.
there's a question for all of you. So with the action scenes and the stunts you all did, what was the process of that, and how did and what was the process of that, and did you have any favorite moments or stuff like that?
what you guys got?
So I have a very a big fear of heights. And when I got the job, they were like, "How are you with heights?" And I'm not no punk. So I said, "I'm great." And they're like, "Oh my God, great, because we want to put you on this like rig that'll take you from one ship to the other." And I was like, "Okay, fine. I'll do it." And so in preparing for that, it was a lot of prayers. I felt like I didn't drink water that day. I wanted to prepare, I don't know how long I was going to be up there. And once I was there, it felt pretty exhilarating, actually. And then you had to do it like 15 times. And I was like, I'm done. Can we please bring me home?
It's just so boring now.
Yeah.
No higher than 10 feet anymore. No higher than 10 feet.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
I mean, so when I got it, they were like, "Oh, you're gonna do so much stunt training." So I did, right? Yeah. I did like 4 weeks of like hardcore fighting with swords and like just like military training for so long. And then I read the script to find out what I do, and I just run away from the sword. And I'm just like, okay, so when am I gonna start doing the cool stuff? They're like, no, this is it.
This is the cool stuff.
This is the cool stuff. And McKenyu's obviously so good at fighting. So like all my reactions that you've seen in that bar scene, that's not acting. That's me shit scared.
It's true. McKenyu can hurt you. Like he's really good.
Yeah, how was your experience with him?
Oh, I worked a lot with McKenyu, obviously, and he was very patient with me. I'd never used a sword in my life. Like the closest I'd gotten to it was picking up a stick and pretending it was a sword when I was like 9 or something. Which is also kind of how I approached it, because I was like, I'm a kid. I'm literally a kid in this huge world, and I've got this massive sword, and I can beat this guy. And but yeah, I had lots and lots of training, because they had to teach me from scratch how to do it, and I had to look better than McKenyu, which is really hard to do, because he's done it his whole life. So yeah, it was day in, day out, like 4 to 5 hours at a time, doing various, not just sword fighting, it was hit training, because that helps the kogatana fighting. There was obviously standard gym, then there was something else, and at some point I did breakdancing. Just
Did you really?
yeah, I learned how to do a windmill.
Do it.
No.
Do it right now
You
on
said
this
do it.
stage.
Did you say do it? That was so
Wait,
ominous.
remember, no requests.
Right,
See, I got
my
you, I
bad.
got
Yeah,
you.
so
my bad.
what I'm
No
just saying is there were so many different types of training that I had to do because each one affects the sword style differently. So it was a lot of that intensity, and obviously my favorite moment was the fight between Zorro and myself because I had worked so hard for that, and it looked so badass, and yeah, that was my favorite.
Great question. Thank you.
Hey, fantastic series, best live action adaptation, hands down.
Thank you.
Thank you
so much.
Hi there.
Hello.
Hi.
My name is Derek.
Hi, Derek.
What are your favorite moments with the other cast members?
This. This is one of my favorite moments.
Actually, yeah, same. Only don't get too excited.
To be lifted up and then shut down.
That's what you gotta do, ladies. And no, but seriously, because I think like the production is so big, and so you don't get to connect with everyone in your cast the way you would in other shows or films or projects that you might do. And that's one of my favorite parts, is connecting with the other artists. And so on this project, there were so many people that I did not get to meet. And now, I know it's a really good answer, right?
Yeah,
and so
real good.
I'm not done. And so
Yes, ma'am.
getting the opportunity to get to know the other actors outside of the character and outside of the set is always really cool.
I agree. You worked with Morgan Davies, right?
Yes, I did.
I miss Morgan Davies.
I love Morgan Davies.
Kobe. Yeah, I mean, he's one of my best friends in real life as well. So that was one of my favorite relationships. And also, I just worked with him the most, him and Garp.
Yeah.
But yeah, what Ilia was saying, it's like you're in your own world, and all these characters are in their own different worlds. And so this is the first time that all three of us have really kind of been together, you know?
It's the first time you and I met.
Yeah, I was like, I'm Ilia.
I was like, hey, I'm Steven. It's been like 2 years.
Yeah.
I actually saw you on set the one day when we were shooting season 1, and I was too scared to say hi.
Oh, you should have said hi.
No, I'm not good with that kind of stuff. Like,
Oh.
I don't mess. Yeah.
Always say hi.
Now I'm better, but before I was like, no, I don't want to. Like, she looks busy. She's determined. I'm not
What
gonna.
if she's method acting?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I like ruined something. I don't want to do. But anyway, I'm glad we got to meet now.
too.
Yeah, my favorite moment was probably with Inaki and his mom. She would come with a basket of like treats, but full to the brim, and I would just sit there and just eat her treats in the basket all day.
She was amazing.
Yeah, she was great. So technically a cast member, but more the cast member's mom.
I can't wait for season 2.
Us too, we're all like, come on.
Hi there.
Hi.
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 What's
My
your...
name- Oh, sorry. My name is Jolena, and I had a few questions, but they already got answered. So, what type of food did you guys eat on set?
Ostrich burger every day.
Did you have an ostrich burger on set?
Yeah, I got that like called to set.
Great.
You're stupid.
That's me. I'm stupid.
What did you eat? I
They
don't
feed you
remember.
guys.
You guys got food?
Did you guys get paid to do the show?
Oh my god.
Oh, okay.
No. I don't remember what I ate on that show. I think,
Nice food.
yeah, it was really good food for set. Because usually it's not great food. It's bulk. But yeah, I just remember it being good. One day I got a smoothie. That was a nice touch. Yeah, that was it.
Oh, it was COVID.
Oh my.
That's a huge thing that I keep
Yeah,
forgetting.
we ate a lot of whatever those things are that they stuck up your nose every 3
Yeah,
days.
yeah, we had to be COVID tested every day. So I mean, but like a large part of filming is you get to eat together, and I don't think we really had that on season 1. Yeah, right? Yeah, so that was a bit disappointing, but the food was nice.
Oh, thanks for bringing up COVID. We'd all just forgotten about it.
Thank you.
Thank you. I love you guys.
You too.
I love you, random citizen.
That's really funny.
Hello.
Hi there.
Hi.
My name's Arlie.
Hi.
Hello, Aurelie.
And I wanted to ask if there was any embarrassing scenes you guys had to redo a few times. Like you had to redo them.
I don't embarrass easy. So no, but I feel like you do. So what's up?
What's up?
This is all on you, man.
What's up? I mean, you're doing what's up? Oh, jeepers. So I was naked.
Yeah.
On Netflix for my kids to even see one day and for the rest of eternity. I don't know why, but I was.
Can we get the print at the table?
That's what I've been thinking, right? Just sign right up the crack.
Post-it note over it.
Yeah,
and
say
then
this is not
18
poo, it's a
plus.
birthmark. Yeah, I mean that scene was fine. I actually had a lot of fun with it. I mean, so you're naked and you got a ball bag on, and that's the jam. That's kind of embarrassing, but you don't, you're kind of doing it, and it's a closed set, and
It's work.
Yeah, it's also and it's kind of fun to have your butt out on camera, and they're just like spending so much money on this, and you're like, are you guys paying me to do this right now? You know.
I know what types
I'm
of
so
movies
happy
he's
for
gonna do.
If I can be the #1 D-list actor in the whole world, I'll be happy with that. So, anyway, did you have an embarrassing moment?
No, I was very strict on when I shot because I was too afraid of being fired. I made no jokes. I had all my lines down. Not that they're too hard to learn because they're like short lines. What was that sound?
Someone sneezed.
Bless you.
Lady in the front.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Yeah, so I was too afraid to like do anything. So I was very. I think there was only one moment, and that was in the bloopers where I forgot my line. And it was the only time I felt comfortable because I was with the stunt team and I'd spent so much time with them. So yeah, that was it.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello.
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 Hi there.
Hi, my name's AJ.
Hey, AJ.
When it comes to after shooting, what was the reaction that you thought was going to happen after you shot the show in the season?
Is that before it released?
Before it released and after you were done filming everything?
How did you guys feel?
I disassociated for a bit,
Yeah.
just because, I mean, I really do feel like there is something very special on that set, and I think it's everyone feels like they're in it for the love of the story, which doesn't happen a lot. This is a Hollywood business, and sometimes the business can take over the art part of it, which is a little sad. But I think this is a rare occasion where everyone was like such a fucking nerd on this, and like in the best way. And so the experience of taping it was incredible. And I didn't want to face the very real possibility that it wouldn't have gotten received well, because who knows, once it's out there, you have no control over it. So I think I like disassociated just for like a little second, just so I could hold on to the memories that I got while I was shooting. And then when I came back down to earth, I was excited, like just to see how it fucking comes out, because like, now I get to be an audience member.
Yeah, when you're there on the day and you're doing when you're filming and you're there with the actors that are playing opposite you, it's like, you can feel on the ground that it's such. You can feel what it feels like, right? So what the TV show is going to feel like, and so I trusted all of that. I trusted all the work that had been done, and I trusted all the kind of feedback that I'd been seeing from kind of other scenes, and and I thought this is fantastic. This is what filmmaking is all about. And after you've done your work on the day and the amount of days that you've had, then it's in a different process. Then it goes to editing, and that can make or break a really cool project. I've seen numerous projects have such good heart, and then somehow in post-production, just it doesn't hit the sweet spot. This one did, and I'm so glad that it did, because if it didn't, it would have been really sad. But I think very similarly to Ilia, it's like you hold on, like the work that you did still exists. Yeah. We still did that, and the heart of it still exists there. I'm just happy that it did translate.
I felt sad. Because it was such a fun time, and I'd spent so much time with, a bunch of people, and I was like, oh, I wish I could relive it.
Yeah.
Because it was exciting in the moment. And then in true South African fashion, I just moved on to the next job. Because
What
that's
did you do? What was your next job?
It was Catch Me a Killer.
Nice. That's a good show.
Yeah. So in South Africa, we just work.
We do everything.
To us, it's just okay. We got to go to the next job, to the next job, to the next job, and so yeah, that kind of happened. And then it released, and that was terrifying at first.
Thank you so much.
Great
Thank you.
question. Thank you. Hi there.
Hey, how's it going? My name is Matt. So first off, I do want to say thank you for all of the energy and love that y'all have put into this project, because the bar was on the floor for live action anime.
Dragon Ball was amazing.
Oh yeah.
You're telling me you didn't like the live action Death Note?
I love the part where he slides.
Do you know
on
I
his head across
auditioned
the
for
con.
that?
You
No.
auditioned,
I auditioned
for the live
action Death Note, and I
was
was so upset when I didn't get a call back.
And now?
And then I watched it, and I was like, ooh.
Yep.
You're so messy.
So yes, the bar was on the floor,
the universe
but
had
y'all
bigger plans.
y'all absolutely killed it. The whole cast, the energy you brought, and the love y'all that translated into that. Like this is a show that means a lot to so many people, I'm sure, in this room, and it's one of my favorite pieces of fiction. So I'm glad that y'all like brought everything that you did to it. The question I did have was, I think I came in at a part where you guys said you are at different parts of your knowledge of One Piece,
Yes.
Either before or after. Are there any scenes that you're interested in seeing your characters act out? I mean, obviously, I know you can't share too much, but for one, Aidan, I'm very looking forward to see if all that training you did before you saw the script pays off.
Yeah, absolutely. And then I have, I think I get that Cyclops visors, right? Helmeppo blows up and he becomes this tall, buff-looking dude.
Whoa,
Which,
spoilers.
No. Oh shit! I can't say that. No, he does. He glows up. I'm excited to do that.
It would be.
I'm not that far in the anime, so I didn't know that happened.
You just
Even it's
spoiled
been
it for
around.
Steven
I know.
That's not a spoiler.
I know. Notice how no one laughed when you said that.
But I'm really excited to see Kobe and Helmeppo's relationship develop. Yeah.
Mine's I'm really excited to see the relationship between Perona and Mihawk. That's looking forward to that. I don't.
Spoiler.
Hey, listen, if you haven't gotten that far, it's your problem. Yeah, I think that's gonna be a lot of fun because she's like the complete opposite to him, like an annoying mosquito, and I can't wait to see who they cast, how she plays it, and how that dynamic's gonna work.
Anything for you, Ilia?
Ditto.
Same.
Yeah, cool.
Thank you so much for your question. I'm like waiting for Perona too. She's my favorite character.
So excited.
Yeah. Hi there.
Hi, I'm Rose, and I was wondering if there was a moment on set that you'll never forget and will stick with you forever.
Naki's mom's food.
Yeah. Fair.
100% will be with me, embedded in my brain.
Fair.
They had to make a head replica to put on a stunt double, and when I walked into work and just saw it laying there.
Oh no. Because it's your head.
It's my head.
Oh shit.
And I was like, oh my God, I have to get my purpose done because death is coming. Oh. Yeah, it'll stick with me forever.
That's the thing you stole. I've decided.
I didn't say anything.
That's a really
You have
cool thing
your
to steal.
head.
You call me later, girl.
You signed this NDA.
I mean, mine. The first day of filming was something that I'll never forget because I was on the first day of the first day of the first day of the whole thing, and I was the first actor alongside Matheny who plays Zora, and I think I was shitting myself like 3 times a day, and so I'll just remember that day for the rest of my life because I was very nervous, but you know it turned out alright, and I had fun.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you.
Don't you have one?
I had one. Mine was the food.
Okay, food.
But also your bum.
Ah, yes.
That is going to stick with me forever.
Yeah, and on you, which is fun. Yeah, and it's not prosthetic. Or is it? Hi.
Walk in and on the table is just your ass.
And then he turns around to the camera.
Next to Ilia's head.
And the next question is...
that Stephen stole.
Helmeppo rotates around.
Right there.
Boys, down.
This might relate. I was wondering if you ever have any dreams where you're in the One Piece world as your character or another character. Do you dream in One Piece ever?
Yes, but not when I'm asleep. Like when I'm like, because it's a Tuesday and I'm eating a taco and I have ADHD, you know?
No, I don't dream. No.
I don't dream is a wild statement to say.
I don't dream.
I don't dream.
I'm a psychopath.
No, not me.
No, I also don't. I don't remember any dream. Not lately.
That's a testament to probably how lovely it was on set. Obviously hard, but you know, when you have, I used to work at Disney World as a character, and I would have dreams where they would be like, "You're due on set as Pocahontas in 5 minutes," and me be like, "I'm not Pocahontas." Like, no. And I would have those stress dreams. So the fact that, one, you don't dream at all, wild. And y'all don't have stress dreams about One Piece, great. Great.
Yeah, not about One Piece, but I do get stuff. I do a lot of stage work, and I always get that kind of dream that you have, where it's like you're doing a play, but you have no idea what play it is.
Yes.
So, not One Piece.
Yeah.
I just dream about my kids.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, no, it's not as nice. Like I dream like a tiger takes her, and like, you know.
Oh.
We're talking about stress dreams.
Why is that more wholesome?
Yeah, that is true.
Like, what does
love
that
your
say
children.
about us?
Great question. Thank you. Hi there.
Hi, I'm Lex. There's been a lot of talk about how like the props are what is such a standout of the show. You may not know because they've been really tight-lipped about production, but a lot of people are wondering, Tony Chopper for the future, CG puppet or guy in a costume?
Well, we this is public information, right? Because we've had a teaser, right?
I don't know. You answer it.
Yeah, you're on your own.
What do you guys know? What do y'all know?
We have the camera on.
So Dwayne Johnson's playing Tony Chopper, right?
Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
Yes, I finally broke the news, which is really exciting.
Please no, I'll quit.
But there has been.
There is a teaser of the back of his head.
Yeah, so he's.
Yes.
It looks like. I mean, I don't know the same as you guys, but it looks like he's a bit of CGI, right?
Yeah.
That's what it looks like.
Netflix is gonna get you.
Yeah.
That's what it.
You signed that thing, right?
What's that red dot?
No, I don't think
It's
we know.
Oda. From Japan.
The back.
I can't speak for them, but I didn't do anything further than season 1 so far, so I know nothing about what Tony Chopper looks like, other than what you've seen. So.
Oh, thanks for the info.
Yeah, no problem.
We will say that it's going to be great because everything on the show is going to be great, or it was great. So
I hope so.
you're in for a treat. Hi there.
Hi, my name is Justin, and I was actually wondering if there was any possible moment on the set that you guys actually got hurt or sustained real injuries during the show.
I got a bruise once.
From the harness?
No.
Yeah. On my bicep right here.
Let's see.
No.
Workers' comp.
Yeah, I got hurt a lot, but it was mainly during rehearsals. I would come home with like cuts and bruises all over my hand because fighting with a small knife versus like two coming at, like, proper sabers coming at you, they nick you all the time. And yeah, so I was constantly like having my hands in ice. And
Iñaki would get hurt. He's very what's the word I'm looking for?
Boyish.
Rambunctious.
Rambunctious.
Like he goes for it.
He does. Yeah.
In a beautiful way. But sometimes he gets.
Did he get hurt a lot?
Yeah.
Ow.
At least, yeah.
This sucks.
I know.
He's committed to the character.
He's like the one person that can't get hurt.
I know.
We need you.
Yeah.
I didn't do any cool.
You
stuff.
just
So it's
ran.
fine. Yeah, I just ran away. So I
But
might
you
have
were
pulled-
trained.
Yeah, I
But
pulled
you were
like
trained.
half a hamstring, and that's it.
Great question. Thank you. Hi there.
Hello, my name is Tyler. Pleasure to meet you.
You too.
Thank you.
Hi, Tyler.
I know in some of the promotional material, Inaki had met Oda himself. Had any of y'all met him or anyone involved in the original manga? And if so, how was it?
I definitely didn't meet him, and it makes me angry because I know that he did come and visit the set, and I think I immediately texted like Kelsey, and I was like, why wouldn't you tell me? Like, I would have flown from anywhere just to say hi. I know I'm not allowed there, but you know, like make a plan, like help her brother out. But no, I didn't. As far as I know, it was only the 5 initially that met him, and then obviously whoever he met that day. Did you guys meet him?
I met him, yeah.
Shut up.
It's really good, man. Yeah, I know. I know. I did. And it was so random because they were like, you know, it was like this thing, and then there were like all these people around, and then
Are you lying to
no,
me?
swear to God.
Oh,
And then there was this guy, and I don't know what he looks like, right? And I'm like, I said to Kelsey, I said, who is that? She's
Just
like,
some nobody.
it's Oda. I'm like, what? And yeah, I met him, and he looked so cool. I know. He told me, he says hi, by the way. Tough crowd, huh? I know. It's gonna happen for you one day, sweetie. I promise. I promise. He's a big fan
so
of you.
upset, right?
Yeah, I know you are. He's visibly upset. But yeah.
Did you meet him?
Well.
Shut up.
I have some bad news too.
No.
Did you meet him?
Almost. I missed him by 12 hours.
Closer than him?
Because I had to come to a GalaxyCon. I missed meeting him. But we're in the same boat. It's okay. It'll happen to you one day.
I feel like I have a lot more range.
What if I was like, I did meet him?
I would have left this stage. I would have made my flight home to South Africa tomorrow.
They were like, Oda is coming tomorrow. Do you want to extend your stay? And I was like, I can't. I have a job.
Well, we've got a surprise for you because here he
Here
is.
he is. Bring him out.
That would have been crazy.
Right.
I know there's a guy standing there as well. I was like, what?
This guy, he's just on his phone.
It's just a giant fish.
Yeah.
But if it makes you feel any better, he looked at your face and
did.
said,
that
is
does make me
Mihawk."
feel better.
So,
And he looked at your tape and was like, that's the man, so.
yeah.
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 He said, I can't
It's
stop
okay,
looking at his
buddy.
Don't
eyes.
touch me.
His eyeliner.
Oda saw you and said, tiny sword.
And big sword.
And big sword.
Yeah.
The duality. Great question. Thank you. Banished to
Thank
the
you for
side
ruining
couch.
my day.
Yeah, you probably got to ask Oda some question about your eyes or your sword or something like that.
I would.
My name's Silas, and I'd love to know what your guys' current favorite characters are, probably other than yourselves, and if that's changed over the course of, you know, when you originally got casted to where you are now within the story and that kind of stuff.
I always said if I wasn't Alvida, I think I would want to be like Usopp.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Don't you think I can do it?
Oh, yeah.
Can't you
do
see
it
it?
good.
Yeah. Can't you see? Yeah.
They made a big mistake.
Yes, they did.
Don't blame Oda.
Quick.
Here he is. I love Bon Clay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. In some, like, parallel
Are
universe.
you at that point, Mihawk? Stephen? You at Bone Clone?
Yeah, I am. I know
yeah,
what that
you're
is.
right
Yeah,
there.
Yeah. I'm literally right there.
You are.
Mine's Ace, but because I'm a sucker for a tragic story, so yeah.
Oh, boo.
Screw you. You met Oda. I don't care anymore. There's zero emotion. Just.
I can't wait for you to come to a future GalaxyCon and be like, I finally met him.
Yeah. I'll call Aidan as well and be like, bitch.
FaceTime him from him. Great question. Thank you. Hi there.
Sorry.
No, you should be able to pull it down. If you pull it. Oh, yeah, that works too. There you go.
Yes,
Microphone
take the
is your
mic, girl.
world.
My name is India. I'm an aspiring actress.
Yes, hi, India.
The questions I have two.
Okay.
Is for the lovely Captain Alvida, the
Okay.
most prettiest
Yes.
pirate in 7 Seas.
Oh, girl, thank you.
So I have since we're filming season 2, I have a question of: are we going to see Captain Alvida's past time skip? The time skip.
So the way an NDA works
Who's to say?
is.
Say it, say it.
I can't
What's that
tell
red
you.
dot in your head?
I don't know. I didn't say anything. I promise, Oda. Yeah, no. I love One Piece.
I'm sorry if my question was too hard for you.
No, she's not. She's not legally. She can't say anything.
Oh, I
Yeah,
know.
she's not allowed.
What's question number 2?
Oh, so this is for I cannot pronounce his name for that.
He.
Helmeppo.
Oh, me! I thought you
I'm
told
just
my
gonna call him the
Mihawk.
guy Zoro cut his hair.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna call him the guy who Zoro cut his hair.
Aidan.
I thought you were gonna say Mihawk.
Aidan.
Sorry.
Okay, your turn.
So the question I have is, so that was a wig,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I was so worried I thought you cut your hair. Anyways, the question I have is, are we gonna also see you guys are we gonna see you in season 2 as well?
Who's to
I also love One Piece. I love it's so.
Why am I asking such
It's
legal
so
binding
good.
questions?
I'm so sorry. I can't.
I know. Why is it so hard to ask
I
legal
know.
But
Legally, yeah.
Let's see what happens.
Well, the best way to find out is to tune in and see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also, one more thing. From an aspiring actress for myself, do you have any tips for me?
Be yourself. I can already tell you have such a personality about you, which means that you have perspective and you have opinions. Say them loudly, no matter who's in front of you, and just go.
Thank you so much.
It's really great
I really
advice.
needed that.
Yeah.
You're welcome, girl.
Yeah,
You made my first con, honestly. This is my first ever convention. You
God.
made it.
Because people, like Ilia was saying, want to see who you are and who you're. And honestly, I don't know what you guys think, but my favorite part of the show was the casting. Like you guys are like when I look in your eyes on that show, but like it's like the essence of the person matches the character. And if we audition for these parts, trying to be something that we weren't, we would never have gotten those parts. Inaki wouldn't have been Luffy if he was trying to be something. If he was trying to be Luffy, the casting directors would see right past that.
It's a lot more interesting.
He's an amazing actor. Honestly.
It's a lot more interesting to watch you be you versus you trying to be someone else.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Of course.
Great question to end on. Well, thank you guys so much for joining me. This was a great time.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah,
Thank
of
you.
course.
This is
Hopefully
great.
see you at GalaxyCons in the future.
Can I keep the mic?
Yeah, actually, I bet Ron, our AV guy, bought that one just for you.
He would love that.
Yeah. Well, in the last bit, I know you live in the world of NDAs. Do you have anything that you would like to tell people to look out for in the future other than season 2 of One Piece?
Yeah, I was
Anything
about to say
coming
like
up?
season 2, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Season 2
Season
of
2 of One Piece.
Who's to say if you're there or not? Who's to
knows?
say?
I was announced. I'm in it.
Then yes.
Oh yeah, you
she's
were.
there.
Yeah, look out for her. She's fantastic. And everyone that they have on board, I think, is doing. It's very, very exciting. I mean, the new cast members are.
Yeah, they look great.
Going to be blown away.
I watch it like everyone else does because they don't call me for things. It's fine. I'll come back at some point. Whatever. I'll also meet Oda.
Well, everyone, can I please get one more round of applause for Stephen John Ward, Aidan Scott, and Ilia Isorelýs Paulino. We are going to do a quick stage selfie, if y'all don't mind. If you're familiar with that audience, you are welcome to stand up, come closer to the stage, not on the stage. We're going to take one big group photo.